Probably after your speech, we are going to academicians like you yourself, Maricho Humana, a professor and researcher at the Catholic University of El Salvador. Then Professor Venkatramu, Professor of Physics, visiting Professor of Foreign University in Japan and Spain. Dr. Rajesh Jampala, Professor of Management and Researcher, and Professor KRISHNA Reddy, Professor of Physics and visiting Professor of Foreign University in Japan, Malaysia, and Thailand. In this third day event of valedictory session. So, in this regard, let me just brief you. Okay, so, this is about a brief introduction about the conference. So, this conference is also conducted in association with the AP State Government of Higher Education. Okay, so higher education officials are also involved in this. Colleges are also taking part in this conference. So, in this regard, we also warmly welcome you uh, to present your opinion and share knowledge in this regard. Uh, and let me just brief about Professor Mauricio Humana. He holds a prestigious Spanish royal degree in Spain. He has done his PhD and outstanding and cum laude distinction. And he's a board of different members of Commerce Association. He's a member of Academy of. He has been reviewed from AOM since 2011 and UNAM in Europe. He holds an MBA degree from INCE Business School of Costa Rica. I think it's Brazil. So his academic work has been accepted and presented in the University of Cambridge, London, England, the IJBS International University of Destiny, Spain, and Harvard Business School, Harvard. So, additionally, he has been invited to be a presenter in conferences, in several conferences or conventions, a speaker in Barcelona, Madrid, Bilbao, San Sebastian in Spain, London, England, Ireland, Cartagena in Colombia, El Salvador, Shore in Switzerland, Brazil, India, and Harvard University, USA. So he is currently a professor of Catholic University of El Salvador and master's degree professor in strategic management and finance for some academic programs. During his life, he was the youngest professor in different master degree economics. He's the director of MOC Microeconomics and Competitiveness, Harvard graduate program for Catholic University of El Salvador, and he's also a full-time scholarship Presidential House and FEPADE. And his area of specialization of research is basically competitiveness, logistics, productions, and operations, supply chain management, strategic corporate social responsibility, creating shared values. And one of the key skills and experience of his top management analysis and research developed to investigating regional and multinational companies more than 10 years. So his experience is based on research and consultancy with enterprises more than of territory and creating shared value. So thank you, Mauricio, uh, for being joining with us for delivering the talk. So in this regard, I think a broad is basically on creation of multidisciplinary universities and role of collaborative transformation in the higher education systems in India and elsewhere and other countries as well. So in this regard, we welcome you and okay, we would like to request you to share your expert opinion and share knowledge to all the participants in the conference. And thank you, Mauricio.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to share with you today. And we are going to study some topics and share my opinion. And the topic that I would like to talk today it is about metaverse. Maybe you can see my screen.
Yes, yes, yes. You can see your
Okay,
screen.
okay. We are going to talk about how many minutes I have? 4 minutes?
Yeah, more than 40 minutes, 1 hour probably.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we are going to talk about metaverse in multidisciplinary universities ambience. So, my name is Mauricio Vladimir Jumana, and it is my pleasure to share with colleagues today universities in higher education and both in India and other countries. We can we can work together in many areas in education in metaverse. Metaverse, we are in metaverse ambience. We are uh, combining many knowledge in augmented reality, virtual reality, immersive reality. We can apply metaverse in education, in real estate, in science, in curriculum, in politics, in competitiveness, in circular economy, climate change. And at the end of my small speech, all the people, maybe in India, it could be a very good lab, a very good laboratory.
కొంచెం పెడతావా కూర్చుంటావా అక్కడ
మీరు మాట్లాడారా సార్ నెక్స్ట్ మీరు మాట్లాడాలా
లేదు ఏం లేదు కూర్చోండి
మీరు స్పీకర్స్ కనెక్ట్ చేయగలుగుతారు రావట్లేదు కదా యాడ్ దేంట్లో వస్తుంది యూట్యూబ్
అట్లా అక్కడ సౌండ్ పెంచుకో మొబైల్ సౌండ్ పెంచుకో
ఈ సౌండ్ పెంచినా సరిపోతుంది అది అది డాల్బీ
ఏం రావట్లే
సౌండ్ ఇక్కడ పెంచి ఇంకా అదే చేయాలి సార్
ఏం రావట్లేదు సౌండ్ అదే సౌండ్ రావట్లేదా వీడియో సౌండ్ రావట్లేదు
Okay, okay. This is the future of metaverse. Okay, maybe microphones connected at the same time. Okay, maybe we have many microphones. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, in metaverse, we offer the future many opportunities, moving from the theory to practice, and we have many action tracks. The microphone. We need to close this mic. Okay, nice. Eh, this is the microphone. We're rolling. In metaverse, um, governance, members have committed to implementing governance frameworks for interpretable state and include metaverse ecosystem. And the second one is generating economic and social value. Members will share and bring metaverse to life. For example, we can apply metaverse in education, but we can apply a metaverse in a watch these videos. Will you help me? Yes. Part of the solar system. Saturn. If you were taking astrophysics, studying the metaverse, did you know that when some is of icy particles? Where did you come? They that paper, right? In the metaverse, globally controlled for not just individuals, time as well. Imagine standing on the street, hearing the sounds, visiting the planet, sensing the rhythm of life over 2,000 years ago. Imagine learning how to form this rhythm and actually being the. And for example, in virtual education, in some schools, we have models integrating 2D and 3D and hologram. Designed to conquer learning, to look at classroom, what convenience, after, as the what approach the school, student seats, individually, all as a group, allows us to change it. In 360 version, Brain designed an ancient that conducts training from academy schools to universities, clearance services, and corporate training environment with online learning management. It was fully customizable, upload moving holograms, 360 and 2D images. Students can also access the learning management system. They can download screenshots, audio and class recordings from their classes. Students can be spread across the country, multiple organizations, all over the world.
అలాగ తీసుకెళ్తే అందులో కూడా రివర్స్ వచ్చేస్తుంది.
For convenience, for both teachers and students, Redo is the game changer. In ancient history class, one important notification, the global engineering firm dreams developed a professional development center. All students were all around the world.
స్క్రీన్ లో కూడా రివర్స్ వచ్చేస్తుంది.
Proposal. less distracting. And I love business more interesting. Question it's an fun, different. Applications ready. In your institute, correspondence to be team
సార్ ఒక మీరు మ్యూట్ చేయండి సార్.
Okay, and we can apply different systems. For example, with people with disabilities, we have people with disabilities like autism. People they can learn very fast with metaverse, for example, in an immersive room, as you can see.
అందుకని అడుగుతాను.
If you are in a fierce competitive retail environment and you are in physical showroom space and you're on the internet, but you're not using the metaverse, you're missing one of the clear channels in to sell product. So I believe that you absolutely need to be there today. Look what happened with Gucci on the metaverse. They sold a virtual bag for more than a physical bag in the real world. This is not going away. And you can very well see, for example, in the real estate world, the use of digital twins to show space and also to look at how we do make an impact on sustainability in the world, modeling and running algorithms to see how buildings operate. If we don't have a Manhattan in the metaverse, that would be more surprising. We had the internet 1.0, which a long time ago was emails. Then we moved to the internet 2.0, which is really your social media. This is a natural migration to a more physical approach to a virtual world. And I think it opens up a series of ways for people to interact with each other, sell to each other, and for innovation. Okay, this is the future. And if we combine all the ideas, we are going to discover many possibilities for the metaverse and right moving for the 2D world to the 3D world. For example, if we combine augmented reality at the same time, we can get this technology, for example. Okay, okay, what are the possibilities? We have amazing possibilities in the metaverse. I think you can hear most of the videos that I'm presenting today, but one of the applications of metaverse is not real estate, it's not business, it's not only for autos and these people in immersive rooms, in the simulation for the India. You have many opportunities applying simulations in metaverse. For example, all these simulations in example, you can see the video right now. This kind of simulation, managing water, all these kind of simulations for climate change. For all the countries that they have problems with the environment, or drinking water, or waste management, or waste water. And Amsterdam is a very small country. We can see all the possibilities in India, for example, or China. More than 1 billion people. Working for water quality, climate change, and improving decision making. So, in metaverse, we can do simulations of many problems that we are facing now. So, but the evolution of technology is going to give us some links to the real life. For example, In this simulation, as you can see, is the same for the future with sensitive movements. And in Neuralink, they are expecting creating a world in which computers are natural extensions of thoughts and movements. And holograms for 10 years ago or 20 years ago, holograms, they were growing. But you can see nowadays, uh, we can work with holograms in Oculus and Metaverse system. So this is part of the investment moving forward and put it all together for higher education. And this could be a way to conserve very amazing assets like 1927 with Albert Einstein in the center of the vision in the Fifth Solvay Conference, the 17 Nobel Prizes. And paper to change by country in education for the people, we need to move forward and put it all together in VR, extended reality, virtual reality, immersive reality, all the realities at the same time, and thinking forward. But some people they are talking about that the tool of metaverse is going down for 2025. But this is a point of view of people that they are only watching the problem because we have problems. For example, in USA, only one or two, one or four companies only to solutions, not only watching the problems. But sometimes we are very focused in many distractions, crazy deadlines and problems in the companies and in the university at the same time, but we are not trying to incentive the people, entrepreneurs, and people in the for example, professors, that they can create new ideas and put it all together. This kind of disruptive learning, APIs, big data, telematics, these are using the same old technology, peer-to-peer, robotic process automation and machine learning, for instance, with one year intelligence. But if we are putting all together optical character, big data, for example, in our insurance, in machine learning, or trying to simulate the future, we can see the moment for electric car, solar car, and insurance technology. For example, in this simulation that you can see for cars, we don't need drivers, and we don't need the typical insurance because everything is automated, and everything is a plan, is coming. Autonomy
these capabilities to be autonomous. Okay, this is part of the movement. Part all together, P2P, peer-to-peer technologies, in business, blockchain, chatbots. We have ChatGPT right now, but in ChatGPT, we need to be careful in the university because the processing calculus and very complicated analysis based in one research in Oxford, you are not going to get more than an average student with ChatGPT in comparison to other technologies. Okay, but for the future in companies, based on some for the future in companies we are going to need more artificial intelligence, more and we are going to face a client facing process but based in AI, artificial intelligence. But what is metaverse? Metaverse is only an interaction in a digital world. Virtual world where you can go shopping or wherever you want. A metaverse is an industrial space. And this is a metaverse, for example. Welcome everyone to the end floor.
Well, Paul, welcome to the cafe. This is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
So this is the Italy lab. This is the next generation band. Here.
Welcome to Accenture Virtual Reality. This is Accenture bringing forth the power of human ingenuity and technology.
We've got over 30 locations or centers of excellence across the globe.
Welcome to our talent town hall.
For spin, the Accenture's metaverse right now. We call our metaverse and floor.
Welcome to all the launch of the R&D program. Good to see you.
Okay, we have another model. Okay, the opportunities are amazing in metaverse, but for the future, the idea is to combine all technologies. For example, because we are education in some universities, they are creating a project in USA in other countries, like in medicine, physics, at the same time all the technologies, augmented reality and virtual reality. And you can see applying the laptop, the augmented reality and virtual reality laptop. And in medical schools, hospital. Okay. Okay, but
The other discussion is going to be the financial situation of this kind of technology with tokens, non-fungible tokens, so other technologies in blockchain, Bitcoin, other opportunities that they have with the blockchain technology. Maybe this is another discussion, but they have some examples of features and assets that they have been starting to commercialize and selling and shopping in different ways. But for example, in El Salvador, if, in Dallas, this is a simulation of metaverse. This is technology created for people from India. Some friends from India sharing with me this kind of advances that they have in Dallas, Texas, in USA, in metaverse, but they sell platforms or for games, everything in Ethereum or Bitcoin. They send mega penthouse or islands of mega office, or for example, they are selling showrooms in wherever you can in real estate is an amazing platform that they are trying to promote for private islands, drones, wherever you can imagine in real estate activities with this platform in land parcels in Dallas, Texas. And you can see it's very sophisticated. The square meters for real estate, because people they are trying to buy some steep apartments or islands in order to live pretty close to other people, famous people. Why? Because they are expecting in this kind of platform metaverse created for some friends from India, the prices is going up. Okay, and this is another example that we have been starting creating in El Salvador. Dentro del universo de imagen, es abierta, y portales musicales que hemos encontrado entre acá, from the line. And here we have in a space for classes or speeches like today in the nervous. Okay. So then we have I have been my speech today with some ideas. What is happening in business model for the future? Because many companies need to combine many. And so they are now in the moon. This is, and we need to educate the people for this technology. And we create shopping centers or whatever we want. But in the Nordic model of metaverse for the future, Nordic, they are expecting Nerverse, Metaverse, Metaverse, full demo or free Metaverse. They are going to be the four models of Metaverse in the education system and in the for trillions of dollars, and in the low estimation is only two trillions of dollars. So the market size for metaverse is amazing. But what is the best model of higher education with the technology that we have? Finishing my presentation today, it is, for example, in India, this conversation, we have more than 1 billion people, more than 1 billion people. We have 1.4 billion thinking forward about the model that we have in higher education. American model is not a model of inclusion. Inclusion is very important to get the great leap. We need to think forward in the great leap for all the people. Inclusion is very important. The European model is not a good model. Why? Sorry, European people too. You know, Finland model is not the best, but this is the world. Maybe the worst is amazing because all the people they have education. And we need to think forward in universities, and right now we have in Business University. We thank you for the opportunity. And say your time. Really thank you.
Mauricio? Hello.
Hola. Hi. Hola.
Have you done with the presentation? Mauricio, very wonderful presentation. Thank you very much for sharing your views on metaverse, and you've shown some pretty interesting videos on World Education Forum, and you've shown some interesting videos on artificial intelligence and 3D model designing. Thank you, Mauricio, for a wonderful thing. And any questions from the audience? I would like to ask any questions. Are there any questions from the audience to ask to Mauricio regarding advanced innovative technologies in the higher education system? In this regard, I also would like to ask Professor Venkatramu sir, if you want to ask any question or share any of your experiences in Spain and abroad with Mauricio, the kind of technologies they use in higher education. Venkatramu sir? Okay. Mauricio, I've seen several, you've shown several societal problems and climate change problems and elimination of hunger and for property alleviation are best tackled through interdisciplinary programs and multidisciplinary programs. In your country, what are your experiences in handling multidisciplinary courses and interdisciplinary courses? Mauricio. Mauricio. Over to you. Mauricio. Yeah. Yeah. Please speak. Mauricio, please speak. Mauricio, can you hear me? I think you are unmuted. Why is going on?
The other
Yes, please go on, sir. Please speak.
the other thing is like me. People and economy is so the is For the base of the pyramid, for the people in the base of the pyramid.
Can you hear now? Mauricio, is it audible? Yes, can you hear? Mauricio, can you hear me now? Mauricio. Okay, okay. So, Rajesh Jampal, sir, are you there in the meeting? Would you like to share any of your experiences? Okay. Mauricio, I think recently in Denmark, they have set out to find out new solutions for future of agriculture by involving lawyers, philosophers, economists, sociologists, and biologists and botanists have come together to do the research combinedly. So, Mauricio, over to you. Mauricio. Hello.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Yes.
These solutions that have we put all together AI, artificial intelligence, blockchain, machine learning, big data, Bitcoin, Ethereum, cryptocurrencies in general. Whatever solution that we have, if we bind it all together, we are working hard together for like a huge big problem. We do this in Nordic countries. Nordic countries, they are trying to do simulations of the problems for the future, but they have a system. They have a system. I need to remind my slide. In Finland, for example, most of the people they have education 99% of all the people. So they can we can apply technology with all the system, with all the people, and they have connectivity. But this time, any country of the world, many countries of the world, they don't have connectivity for people. They don't have the tools. They don't have education. That's why in higher education, in order to apply the Nordic, in the case in Denmark, really need to step by step give for the people the basement. The basement is that looking forward for
Any questions to be asked to Professor Mauricio? Anybody from the audience? And
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
దూరం వెళ్ళాడు దూరం వెళ్ళాడు
It's all about that.
Augmented reality.
Augmented reality.
Can you explain?
Can you explain me about how
this augmented
this
reality
augmented
has-
reality from
దూరం వెళ్ళరా
education?
లోపల ఇక్కడ కూర్చొని ఇక్కడ కూర్చో.
Okay. Augmented reality to teach the people a pretty good skill of the people. For example, if I am a business school professor, if I am a business professor, I can teach the people an equation with super the seller. What? We need a system with electronic payments. We don't need to moving to another city or spending gas oil for the car. You don't need to spend hours doing things. But because you do all your business, all your connections, all your networking, and everything, real estate, for example, in a business school, teaching real estate, you can do everything in the metaverse, for example. That is the key factor. Why? Because the people is looking for solutions. And people real estate in a business school, for example, they are going to spend right now. I don't really want to do where I can't right now. But what's the problem with our model? Our model is 2D. We need to move it forward for we can really hold have to be like augmented reality is only one piece, the whole pie. Is a small piece of the whole pie because the whole pie includes all the technologies that we have right now and for the future. Okay, thank you. Another question?
Yeah, thank you. Questions to be asked to Professor Mauricio? Professor Venkatramo, are you there? And Professor Rajesh Jampala, sir? Okay, probably they are not available, and probably Thank you, Marishu, and on behalf of the Krishna University, Andhra Pradesh, we would like to sincerely thank you for spending your valuable time, probably during the night time. And anything, Rajesh Jampala, sir.
Actually, how we can how we can try this kind of metaverse are in some some institutions. I think that way to improve that technology in education it is with Canada, USA, El Salvador, all the country, Mexico. So, thinking forward university education, working in, for example, this reference for maybe 50 people at the same time today, this could be a class about metaverse. But one day, if we sophisticate the system, thinking in networking, because we don't have the networking. We don't have networking. But if we are working for the future, we are going to grow up the system in the higher education. Now we don't have problem. We need to create the future, Professor.
Okay, thank you, Mauricio. Any other questions from the audience to ask to Professor Mauricio regarding metaverse, because he's an expert in the metaverse subject. Anybody else in the in the meeting? Thank you, Mauricio, on behalf of the Krishna University and on behalf of the organizers, Department of Commerce and Management, Krishna University. We would like to sincerely thank you for sparing your valuable time, giving your lecture on metaverse and all the technological advances that are taking place in your country. Your opinions and knowledge to the audiences. Thank you very much, Marichu, and we are eagerly waiting to see you in person in India sometime, and also eagerly waiting to collaborate with you in any of the research projects or collaborations with the Department of Management Studies. Thank you very much, Marichu. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for thinking.
So after a while, probably at 11:30, this is a small announcement to all the participants here. Probably after half an hour or 20 minutes, we will start the valedictory session. And if you want to share any experiences, you can share in the chat box. Thank you very much for your patient listening. This is the portal.